Here we have an iPad Pro 12.9 first gen that came in for no power. We have it right here. I already disassembled the board and I was looking at the board and thought, why not record the video? I have not figured out the problem yet, but why not do it together? So here's what I found out so far. If we plug power to the board, let me do so now. Plug the charging cable. And make sure the motherboard is making a connection with the battery. We see the charge rate, 5 volts at 0.6 amps, but it's flashing. 6 amps, 0.5 amps, and then off. 0.6 amps, off. 0.5 amps, off. If I look at the white meter just to compare the reading between this one and this one, it's the same. 0.48 amps, 0. 0.48 amps, 0 amps. So we have an issue. Usually it's stuck at 0.48 amps or stuck at 0.6 amps, but this one is fluctuating up and down, up and down, up and down. And right now I do not know what's causing the problem. Let me turn my thermal camera on so I can show you what's going on. I was able to locate a heat spot on the board on a chip that I never changed before. Something is going on there. It's not normal to see that area of the board strobe like this, so we're gonna have to take a look and see what's going on. Now the component that is strobing or flashing is this one here. I never had to change that component before on this model iPad, but I guess there's a first time for everything. I do not know if replacing this component is going to fix our problem, but one way to find out. Now I measured to see if we have a short on this area of the board, and we do. We don't. I measured the short just a while back. Now I do not see a short anymore, but I do see a reading of 0.15 voltage drop, and that's a bit low. Zero point 0.15, 0.15. So it looks like we do not have a dead short anywhere here. Okay. What I'm going to do is replace this chip anyway, because the flickering is coming from that chip, and I do not know how that chip could cause the tablet not to power on. I do not even know the purpose of that chip on the board. I did not look at any circuit diagrams or board diagrams, but we're gonna find out. I think this chip is a QFN. It's not a BGA chip. Oh, it's a MOSFET. Okay, it's a MOSFET. So it's very likely that this chip is what's causing the problem. MOSFETs fail. Okay, now I feel a bit relieved. There's a chance. There's hope. Okay, I'm not gonna apply any solder here. I think we're gonna stick to the unleaded solder that we already have. The area is tight and I do not want solder to squeeze out the chip and then bridge those capacitors, and then I have to do more work. So we're gonna use the same unleaded solder, and I have a donor board right here. All right, let's grab this MOSFET. And since I cannot see the legs of the MOSFET, I cannot measure it anyway. So the best thing to do here is to just replace that MOSFET and see what happens. I mean, the thermal camera is my friend. She would not lie to me. So hopefully she's not lying this time. I hate to give up that relationship. All right. Very good. We just want to make sure those two balls that popped out are not touching ground. Right here. Otherwise we have a problem. So we just used the same outlet solder that was still on the board. And now one way to find out. Will that fix our problem? If yes, then that would be the first time that we fix the problem by changing that component on this model iPad. So let's see. Plug the charging cable, and now we're gonna connect the battery to the motherboard, and look at that, 1.1 amps. 1.1 amps. And if we look at the reading down here, 0.97 amps steady. It's not flickering anymore. Wow. I do not know if you can see it, but let me focus on that meter. 1.1 amps, 5 volts. Fixed. Wow. I'm gonna give this to Big Boss to reassemble and test, and I'll be back to finish the video. All right, so we reassembled the motherboard and we kept the tablet charging for about 20 minutes. And the tablet is working. The tablet is fully functional. Touch is working as well. And everything is good. Customer is gonna be extremely happy. Now the customer mailed over 3 devices. He mailed over this tablet and 2 other iPad motherboards. We'll get to his motherboards probably tomorrow. But 1 down and 2 more to go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.